You're 18 years old. The job pays $5 to $15 a car. You drag a hose across a gravel lot and wash a Buick that someone traded in this morning. Your hands smell like tire shine. Nobody inside the showroom knows your name yet. Soap, rinse, dry. Over and over. 6 to 10 cars on a good Saturday. $40 cash in your back pocket by dusk. You learn the word fresh ones. Cars that just hit the line. You gas them up every morning so no buyer ever sees an empty needle. They call them VDP photos, vehicle detail page. You crouch low, shoot from the front quarter. If the angle is wrong, the car sits another week on the lot. That's called lot rot. Lot rot eats the owner's margin. You learn this fast. Dealer plates go on every unit before it hits the line. Federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Under 20, you can be paid as little as $4.25 for your first 90 days. 365,000 people do this work across the country. 95 degrees. You move stock between rows and the sales manager curses you for parking the Tahoe too close to the F-150. Then it's quiet again. The asphalt holds the heat for hours after sunset. By 22, you've washed about 8,000 cars. Through the showroom glass, you watch salespeople close deals under warm lights. You've decided something. You want to be in there, not out here. You step onto the floor in a cheap suit. The veterans call you a Green Pea before you shake a single hand. First year, you'll make between $25,000 and $50,000. The good ones, the ones who survive, average $67,000 by year 3. You work on commission, 20 to 30% of front-end gross, minus a pack fee the dealer takes off the top. When the gross is too thin, you get a mini $100 to $200 flat for moving the unit. Your draw is against future commissions. If you don't sell, you owe the house. You learn the foursquare, trade value, down payment, monthly payment, price. The customer thinks they're negotiating 4 numbers. They're negotiating 1. This is the job. In 2022, the average new vehicle gross hit $5,900 per car. By late 2024, that number had collapsed to 2,247. The boom paid off student loans. The normalization paid off lunch. NADA tracked sales consultant turnover at 67 to 80% annually. 2/3 of your training class will be gone by next October. Fired, quit, or chased out by the draw they couldn't pay back. You hit your numbers anyway. The general sales manager taps you on the shoulder. He asks if you've ever thought about the box. They call the finance and insurance office the box because that's what it is. A small room, a desk, a screen, a customer who already said yes to the car. Now they're sitting across from you. You walk them through the menu: service contract, gap insurance, prepaid maintenance, tire and wheel, key replacement, paint protection. The benchmark is 1.3 to 1.7 products per deal. In 2019, the average F&I gross per vehicle was $1,200. By the first quarter of 2025, it hit $2,500, a record. While the showroom margin collapsed, the box went the other way. You are now the most profitable employee in the building. A young couple at 8:45 at night, 2 kids in the lobby, bad credit, the lender bumps the rate. You walk back out and tell them the payment went up $47 a month. The wife starts crying. The husband signs anyway. You drive home and you don't talk for the whole ride. You hit your numbers for the month on that one deal. You don't know how to feel about that yet. The next morning, the general manager calls you in, not to fire you, to promote you. Sales manager. The variable side of the store reports to you now. You take it. You take the cash you saved, the equity from your house, and you open your own lot. Your name above the door this time. In Texas, a $50,000 surety bond, 6 hours of pre-licensing, $700 for your general distinguishing number. You have 15 used units and a sign that lights up at night. The average used vehicle list price is $25,000. Your inventory alone ties up nearly $400,000. You floor plan most of it. You pay curtailment every 30 days on every aged unit. The paperwork never stops. Recon costs an average of $1,679 per car. Tires. Detail. The dent on the rear quarter. The check engine light nobody disclosed at the auction. Some months your gross per unit is $2,300. Some months it's $1,400. You drive to Mannheim on Tuesday and bid against 8 million wholesale units a year. You learn skip tracing, kill switches, the difference between a rebuilt title and a salvaged title that someone tried to wash through 3 states. 22% of new businesses fail in year 1, 48.6% by year 5, 65% by year 10. You make it to year 5, then year 7. The numbers on your desk are a weather report, and today the weather is survivable. A Toyota dealer 2 towns over calls. He's retiring. He asks if you want to buy a store. You pull out a notepad. You write 2 words. How much? There are 16,990 franchised rooftops in America, not 17,000, exactly 16,990. Together, they sell 15.9 million new vehicles and generate $1.2 trillion in revenue. The badge above the door is the multiple. Porsche trades at 9 to 10 times pre-tax earnings. Toyota at 6.5 to 8.5. Chevrolet at 3.75 to 4.75. Stellantis collapses to 3 to 4 times. Lincoln and Infiniti drop to dollar-only deals. The 2024 average pre-tax profit per dealership was $4 million, down from a $6.4 million peak in 2022, but still double the $2 million baseline of 2019. The showroom looks like the business. It is not the business. Fixed ops, service, and parts generates roughly 49% of total dealership gross profit on just 12% of revenue. The unsexy bay behind the showroom is the actual engine. You stand at the railing and watch your technicians work. This is where the money lives. You sign the franchise agreement. Ford's Model EV certification cost dealers an average of $600,000 before Ford sunset the program in 2024. Cadillac offered 400 small dealers buyouts to walk away. The manufacturer owns the upside. You learn this the hard way. The average dealership real estate value is $13.9 million, up 51% since 2014. The land under your lot may be worth more than the business sitting on top of it. You build a single Toyota store into a $4 million a year operation, then you buy a second one. You now run multi-rooftop. In 2024, 510 franchise rooftops traded hands. 95% of buyers were private. Single-store deals rose to 81% of the market. The path archetypes are visible from where you sit. Rick Hendrick built around 140 dealerships and a Forbes net worth of roughly $1 billion. Herb Chambers built 60 stores and $2.9 billion in 2024 revenue before selling to Asbury for $1.34 billion. The map fills with pins. Roger Penske started in 1965 with a single Chevrolet store and a $75,000 loan from his father. By 2024, his group ran roughly 360 retail locations and $30.5 billion in revenue. Same person, different scale. More than 50% of the dealer industry is in mid-generational transition right now. The exit windows are opening. The buyers are calling. You pace your office. The term sheet is on your desk. You stop. You sit down. You nod once. Group EBITDA multiples run 4 to 7 times. You sign the acquisition papers. The room exhales. One advisor starts quietly clapping. You cap the pen and set it down. October 2nd, 2014. Berkshire Hathaway announces it is buying the Van Tuyl Group. The deal closes March 10th, 2015. The price is never publicly disclosed, but Automotive News and Hague Partners estimated at roughly $4 billion. 78 dealerships at announcement. 81 at close. More than $9 billion in revenue. 100 plus franchises across 10 states. About 10,000 employees. The 5th largest auto retailer in the country. You sit alone on a plane to Omaha with one folder on your lap. Larry Van Tuyl signs on a handshake. Warren Buffett writes in his 2014 letter to shareholders, "We are now car guys. No ceremony, no press in the room. Just 2 people and a handshake across a conference table in Omaha, Nebraska." The buyer's universe at the very top is small and getting smaller. Lithia at $36 billion. Penske at $30.5. AutoNation at $26.8 across 243 stores. They have cheaper capital. They have facility budget. They have the patience that families eventually run out of. The real estate under your lots, average value $13.9 million per store, up 51% since 2014, is often a bigger lifetime return than the auto retail business that sat on top of it. The profit was never in the showroom. It was in the box, in the bay, and in the parking lot. The kid with the hose made $40 cash on a Saturday in 1988. The man on the press release made an estimated $4 billion on a Tuesday in March 2015. Same person, same blue sweater. He drives home in a paid-off pickup. The truck is a Toyota. He bought it from a dealership he doesn't own anymore. You sign the franchise agreement. Ford's Model EV certification cost dealers an average of $600,000 before Ford sunset the program in 2024. Cadillac offered 400 small dealers buyouts to walk away. The manufacturer owns the upside. You learn this the hard way.